What's up everyone, and welcome to Monday's edition of Reptile News. Now today we're going to start out in Florida, where a 10-year-old girl survived an alligator attack by prying the animal's jaws off of her leg. Now apparently she was sitting a couple feet from the water around 2:30 p.m. when the animal came out of the water and grabbed a hold of her leg, and she successfully pried the jaws off her leg, which is weird. I mean, not bad by no means at all, but a 10-year-old girl being able to pry herself away from a nearly 9-foot long alligator is just absolutely amazing, and super happy that she made it out okay, short of some few wounds on her thigh and knee. But yeah, good day. And we're going to stay in Florida for our next story, where apparently an 8th grader threw a water bottle away and spooked a snake, which he's calling a moccasin, and was bit. They're saying he's lucky to be back home so soon after the bite. The snake was not captured. And now we're going to move on to a small little warning from Scotland, more specifically Aberdeen. If you were from the general area, somebody's royal/bull python has escaped and police are looking for it. They're telling everybody that it is a non-venomous snake and there's nothing to be concerned about, but if you do happen to see it, call them right away so they can return it to the owner. And now we're going to talk a bit about Beaver Water World, who apparently recently had a caiman that passed away. Now initially I looked at this story and I was gonna forget about it because it's just, I don't know, it happens, I guess. But what more so upset me about this story is the lie that led to everything. And I'm gonna look away from the camera really quick and read a quote to you, a sign that was posted on the enclosure of this caiman. "Due to our present uncertain circumstances, we felt it wiser to take advantage of an offer of a good home for Colin the caiman. We shall miss him." Now, apparently, I don't want to call it a lie so much as misleading. It really bugs the shit out of me because, I mean, a good example is several years ago I went to one of my local zoos and they had a black bear there, and I was kind of anxious to see it. I was excited because I've never actually seen a black bear. So I walked over with my family to this black bear's enclosure, and when we got there, there was an empty enclosure and a simple sign saying that the bear had died. I don't understand why they couldn't do that here. Beaver Water World is going through some evictions and trying to find a new place, but I guess they're saying it's expensive to move, so they're working on that. But I just wish they would have been honest from the get-go. If Colin the caiman just died, I wish they would have said it just died instead of telling all their people that they found another home for it somewhere else. But anyway, moving on. And now we're going to move over to California, Alamo, California, not too far from where I live, and talk a little bit about Rattlesnake Removal USA. Apparently this husband and wife couple are going around and relocating rattlesnakes, taking them to state parks. Now I myself back in 2006 did this same kind of work, and I know it was fairly unregulated. The only thing, I had to get written permission from the local fish and game wardens to release the snakes, and I did something very similar to that. I didn't release them in a state park, I released them in a national forest, which is just a little bit up the road from me. But I had an absolutely amazing time, met some amazing people doing it, and I would love to meet this couple because they're doing the same thing that I used to do, the same thing that when I got back into reptiles in 2006. God, that's like 11 years ago. And it would just be awesome to meet some like-minded people. Now, I can't speak for everywhere, but I know that California right now is, I mean, the rattlesnake population is just huge out here. Bigger than any other year. In fact, where I work, we found 4 or 5 of them alone last week. One of those was stepped on by an employee, and one of them measured about 3.5, 4 feet maybe. There's a lot of them coming out of the woodwork. The weather is warming up. A lot of people are saying because of the extremely wet winter that we had that they're just absolutely thriving. They say in this article the grains in the field are thriving, feeding the mice and in turn feeding the snakes. So do me a favor while you guys are out there, watch where you step, watch where you're walking, be mindful for where you are, because I got a feeling the snake issues, at least here out west, are going to be particularly bad for people this year. And that being said, anybody local to me, I'm more than happy to come out and remove them for free if you get them. So don't kill them. I beg you, do not kill them. Call me, I'll come pick them up for free. I'll take care of them, not a problem at all. And that, my friends, is going to be all your news for this Monday. If you'd like to read any more about these stories, that link's right down below here in the description. And as always, if you're still watching, my name is Jason White. Now you know what's going on in the reptile world. Be good to each other, and we'll see you Wednesday.